Ida for telling my boyfriend I won't be following his family's traditions. Okay, so I have been dating Tyler for about 8 months now, and things have been literally amazing until last week. I've met his family a few times for dinner, and they seemed normal enough, like a little intense maybe, but nothing that set off any major red flags. So last weekend, Tyler invited me to his family's lake house for their annual summer solstice celebration, which I thought would be like a cute BBQ or something. IDK. I was actually excited because he talks about this place all the time, and I was looking forward to seeing this part of his life. When we got there Friday night, his parents, Helen and Donald, both in their 60s, and his sister Riley, were already setting up for Saturday's celebration. They were all being weirdly secretive about what exactly happens during this tradition, just saying stuff like, "You'll see tomorrow," and giving each other these looks that made me feel like I was missing something. Saturday morning, Helen woke me up at literally 5 a.m. and handed me this white dress that looked like something out of a horror movie about cults, lol. She said, "All the women wear these for the ceremony," and just left it on the bed. I asked Tyler about it, and he got all weird and said it was just tradition, and that I should try to be open-minded because this celebration was really important to his family. So I put on the dress, which was way too big BTW, and went downstairs where everyone was dressed in white. They had decorated the living room with all these dried flowers and weird symbols I didn't recognize. Donald was lighting candles, and Riley was setting up a table with a bowl of water, some salt, and what looked like a knife. At this point, I was getting major get-out vibes, but tried to keep calm. Then Helen announced it was time for the purification, and that as the newest potential family member, I would be the vessel this year. Tyler looked super excited about this, which made everything even more concerning. Donald started explaining that their family has been doing this ritual for generations to ensure prosperity and fertility, and that the vessel, me apparently, would need to be cleansed in the lake at sunrise. The cleansing involved me standing in the lake while they all chanted something, and then they wanted to take a drop of my blood to mix with water from the lake that everyone would drink. I literally froze and was like, absolutely not. What the actual hell is happening right now? Tyler pulled me aside and got super annoyed, saying I was embarrassing him, and that it was just a symbolic thing, and the knife was totally sterilized and I was overreacting. He said his ex had participated without complaining, and that if I was serious about our relationship, I needed to respect his family's traditions. I told him I respected that they had traditions, but I wasn't comfortable participating in something that involved my blood, especially when no one had warned me beforehand. He got really cold and said I was being closed-minded and judgmental. His parents were giving me these disappointed looks, and Riley actually said, "This is why we don't bring outsiders in until we're sure they're committed." Helen tried to be more understanding and said I could just watch this year, but the way she said it made it clear I was failing some kind of test. I ended up telling Tyler I was going to pack my things and asked if he could drive me to the nearest town so I could get a bus home. He refused at first, saying I was ruining the whole weekend, but eventually agreed when I said I'd call an Uber, even though we were in the middle of nowhere, and I probably couldn't even get one. The car ride was completely silent. When he dropped me at the bus station, he said he needed to reevaluate our relationship because family was really important to him, and he needed someone who would embrace all aspects of his life. I got home, and he hasn't contacted me for 3 days.